I'm alive! Alive, alive. What's up, everyone? Howdy, howdy. We're going to do a quick check around and make sure everything's running. Little KB. Give me just a hot second. I hear Steph. What up, Brick? Howdy, howdy. Hope everything's sounding okay and looking good. Man, it's been way too long since I've streamed. I've been honestly nervous because I've been trying to figure out like what to do and how to kind of turn this into a regular thing. And in that process, one of the things is, as you can see in this corner over here, is this TV that's now my second monitor, so I can actually see everything that's going on. So that's helped a lot. Oh man. Tennessee weather is being really weird to us. It is like chill evenings, but like 80, upper 80s, sometimes upper 70s, and just like terrible humidity. So it's nice to be indoors and like in air conditioning and all that good stuff. All right. I'm trying some stuff out, trying some new things here and there. Hopefully each time I do this, I'm trying something different, and if it works or it doesn't work, I can make sure. Trying new things. Dude, Texas, man. You guys get the weirdest weather. But there's nothing quite like a Texas thunderstorm, that's for sure. Those can get kind of gnarly for sure. All right. Things are looking good, looking good. All right. Oh, man. It's been too long. I got me some water, and I got me some coffee. Some cold brew. I made it some fresh, and it's a little watered down now towards the end of the day, but it's still good. Oh, man. Well, one of the things I'd mentioned a handful of streams back was doing more deep dives and breakdowns to some of the Birdsongs music from the new album, from the Journey Act 2, The War. And this song was kind of the first. It wasn't the first single. It was kind of the second release. The first single was Reality. But this was sort of the second sort of soft release song. I did a lyric video for it. And it just kind of became the anthem of the album. This one kind of kicked off the majority of our concerts. And it's fun. And so I thought, well, that would be a good song to kind of start with. It's simple, kind of pop punk, straightforward. It's just a good song to kind of start with and, kind of break down all the different elements. These are not just stems, they're multi-track. So I've got kicks, snares, the overheads, I've got loops, tambourines, vocals, guitar passes, and all of it is 100% raw. And by that I mean like this isn't mixed. This isn't like I didn't mix this. This was produced and mixed by the Birdsongs and Travis Wyrick and Grant Craig. And so the majority of the sort of bulk of the production was done by Grant and by Travis and some of those guys, with us kind of throwing in some things here and there, production wise. And so I thought that would be a really good place to start. And so, yeah, if you enjoy this, feel free to like and subscribe, because I will definitely be doing more, especially Reality. That one's going to be a fun one to break down soon. And then interspersed in those, as those breakdowns happen, just jumping on here and chatting with people and saying hi and maybe making some beats and doing some things like that. So I guess without further ado, I just keep an eye on all this stuff over here just to make sure nothing's like glitching out and doing something weird. And if it does, send me like a like a freaked out emoji in the chat to let me know if it's going weird, if it's glitching out or whatever. We'll do one more little check here before we go. It's looking pretty good, All right, let's jump over and we'll take a look at the project. All right, so from top to bottom, we've got all of our drums. We got all of our loops. We've got our bass. We got our guitars. We got our acoustic guitars. We got all of our synths, pads, and extra stuff, and then vocals at the bottom. And I did some, as you can tell, I did some arranging in terms of putting things in different places, and I've got a marker track that I can bounce through different sections of the song to make sure everything is, accessible, because I do plan to use these as a means to practice mixing. That's one big thing I like to do when I get multi-tracks and stuff, is to practice mixing. And since this is our production, this is stuff that we've done, it makes it that much more fun to kind of deep dive into it and mess with it. So yeah, a lot of stuff. It may or may not be loud. So I have a limiter on here just in case. And I think I have a limiter on OBS as well, just in case, so it doesn't do anything crazy. But yeah, I'm going to hit play and we're going to see what happens. Well, again, 100% raw. It's going to sound super flabby, especially like the drums and all the stuff. It's going to be way unbalanced. Vocals are going to be quiet. But then I'll dig through and may just listen to some of the stuff, and then I might do some tweaks and things towards the end, just kind of do like a little pseudo balance mix or something. All right, this is 100% raw. Keep on fighting.
It's been a hard one we'd all like to forget. I know the day has been a long one, and it isn't even over yet. Did someone turn up the annoying? 'Cause I don't know how much more I can take. The opposition's getting louder, and I think we could all use a break. Get a little stressed out. Sometimes I feel like falling apart, but it feels good to know I'm not alone, and a smile can heal a hurting heart. I need somebody who will listen, stand beside me when the going gets tough, and when I'm just about to give in, tell me keep on fighting and don't give up. Hold on tight. make it tonight. And just keep on fighting and don't give up. I know we're gonna make it alright. Hold on tight and don't give up. I know we're gonna make it tonight.
What a doozy. Oh my goodness. That's a fun one. That is a fun one to play live too. It's really good. All right, let's go. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? Let's start with drums. Oops. We'll start with drums and kind of dig our way down. So the drums, bass, and most of the guitars were done with Travis Wyrick in Knoxville. And then vocals and some of the kind of extra synths and a few things here and there were done in Franklin with Grant Craig. So a couple different places. Did some production here a little bit, but some of the other songs on the album had more elements that we added. So yeah, let's start with drums. We'll solo them out and maybe tweak a few things or just listen. So I got all drums. Check it out. That's not all drums. Did I mess up with that? Hold on. Master bus. Oh, hold on, yeah. So these... oh, yeah, okay, so one... These should all go... Hold. They should all go to... all drums. There we go. That should be better. There we go. There we go. So one of my favorite things is to kind of figure out like what makes up a drum sound, what makes them sound a certain way. And you know, the kit in the studio was really good. But you know, one thing I've noticed is more and more to just kind of make things punch, you know, there's samples and whatnot. So I believe this is just standard. Oh my goodness, is this not? It like works half the time. Oh, that's funny. Interesting. All right, okay, so let's listen to the kick. I think it's kick in. Pretty. He had a kick sub, which was it's a speaker wired backwards, and so it basically turns the speaker into a huge microphone, and so all the resonance gets picked up and recorded versus outputting sound, and so it was just picking up all those super kind of subby sounds, the low frequencies from the kick. Here's a kick sample. Another kick sample. Oh yeah. Sound's got a nice little punch to it. And then some ambience. And then this. Okay, so this is also a sample with just extra low end. This looks like room. So this was a kick room. Or could be inside mic. Yeah, one of the two. Yeah, so those are all the real kicks. And then that's all the kicks together, which I have grouped here. So all the kicks are grouped together. Pretty. And then we got the snares. So here's all this snare top and snare top, snare bottom. Out of phase, flipped it. Snare direct. This was like a snare mic, kind of like off the shell. I think just kind of aimed at it, so it sort of just picked up just sound, kind of from a distance. And then this is all three snare, so I think this is another sample. Another sample. Nice and tight, kind of thwacky. Another sample. Okay, so that one's got a lot of extra room, some depth. Another sample. Now what this sounds like, and I didn't confirm it, but I think Grant had this snare and sampled it himself. So this is like his, I think this is his actual. Oh man. See you later, Breck. That's all good. Yeah, I'm just doing these so that way, you can rewind it later and sit down and chew through it. And I'm too lazy right now, but I might go through, because if I do this sort of section by section type of breakdown, I'll go in and put in chapters. That way, if you want to look at the vocals, if you want to look at guitars or whatever, you can just click on that and go straight to that part of the stream. Maybe, because I'm a little ADD, I don't know if that'll work out that way. But dude, thanks for hanging out for a little bit. You have fun, whatever you're doing, buddy. See ya. And then kind of a stereo. Lots of room on that one. Nice. Toms. Pretty straightforward, I believe. Already edited down. We got some hi-hat. Ride. Is that ride mic? I don't remember how often I actually used the ride. Overheads, stereo. It's kind of spot direct, which is good. Rooms. Those sound cool. He did have some outboard gear running, I believe, while tracking. So like a room crush, or had some extra kind of things here and there. Mono overhead, check this out. So one thing I think he does, which is really cool, is he's got the stereo rooms and he's got this mono overhead along with standard overheads. What he'll do sometimes is take this mono overhead, put it on a stereo track, and put a stereo reverb plugin or a stereo room plugin on it. And that gives him like an instant room, just something to give it depth instantly without having to have more mics and more phase issues and things like that. He can just immediately put in any sort of reverb or anything, any room, and add it there, which is pretty cool. And then this crush, I don't know what this sounds like. That is indeed crushed. Yep. And that all together. Pretty neat. I like that. It's pretty good. It's a good sound. It was a good room. I enjoyed tracking there. Definitely got some blisters, and it was kind of a crazy experience just being there and kind of trying to hammer things out quickly, but also taking a little bit more time than last time to kind of get what we want. And there was a lot of hitting drums as hard as humanly possible, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. All right, let's move on to, so here's some percussion, some perks and loops. So here's a loop. I don't know who made this. It might have been us. We might have dug into this one. Let's check it out. I think this is something we did. And some of this does have, I think, automation in some cases. But what I asked for from Grant, because he had the full mix template, was just turn everything off plugin wise and give it to me. So there, I don't know if there's some, I think there is some automation in some spots, but that's fine. Like I think right here, the tambourine gets a little louder in this section, but because it's just in that section, I can usually go in there and cut it and clip gain it or normalize it or something, which is fine. I'd probably done that move myself. So then this was kind of a reinforcement kick to that loop. So together. So that's kind of nice. And then we added a extra snare for the kind of the B part of the first verse, which is just a snare sample. Kind of brought in a little something there. Tambourine is a must on everything. So I have some video, but I have attempted the shaker and tambourine in the studio, and you have to get the weight and everything right, or else it starts to flam and do weird stuff. Especially shakers. So these shakers are probably Grant playing them. Also, he can go in and kind of cut the best sounding shakes and drop them in, so that way he can sort of create a loop out of that. I got a reverse cymbal right here. Sounding good. Sounds good. And then, so that was pretty simple on those elements. And then here, I think this, if you go back to our Instagram or YouTube, I think it might be both, but I think definitely YouTube. If you scroll back to whenever we were sort of teasing the album and putting out little clips and teaser trailers, one of them, for Keep On Fighting, or at least one of the dates, has a video of us doing this. So we sat up in Grant's studio room, and he just hit record on the mic in the room, and we all sat around in chairs and just did a clap, sing along to get that kind of gang vocal sound. And I think I panned these, so they should sound somewhat like They're supposed to.
But if we keep on fighting
Yeah.
and we don't give up, I know we're gonna make it alright. And if we hold on tight and we don't give up, I know we're gonna make it tonight.
Yep, pretty straightforward. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Yep, just some sweeps here and there, some tambo back and forth. The loop comes back in on the little down chorus. So, same formation there. And then it cuts because the full drums come back in there in the second half. All right, we got a bass DI and a bass amp. I actually don't know because I'm pretty sure we did bass at Travis's studio, but I don't remember if we used an amp or if this is his own amp, like simulation or whatever. But here's the DI. Nice little glitch there. Yeah. And then here's the amp. Interesting. I don't remember. Again, one of the things that was kind of tough when we made this album was sort of observing a lot of production and not really getting to be kind of a little bit more hands-on due to time constraints, because again, in production, in major studios, time is money. So depending on your budget is how much time you actually get to spend and look at stuff and processes. So I really don't remember the bass process. I think it was either me or Benjamin played this one. I think at Travis's studio. It was fun. Sounds pretty good. Lots of bassy stuff. Yeah. Pretty cool. On to guitars. I didn't do anything to these, like grouping them, because I don't know if I need to or not, like if I go to actually mix. So what I'd probably end up doing for this is adding, like a little bit of, EQ or compression, maybe, depending on how they sound. Because if they sound good, like together, then I would just group them, which I can show you that here in a second. Listen real quick. Yeah, so I think these are at Travis's studio. And one thing that was really interesting, he said, is like, if you're playing a guitar part, like instead of playing like just the straight part and then putting in like the extra notes or the little melody parts, like add that in the actual pass, and it can make the guitar sound fuller and have kind of a more cohesive blend to the guitar piece. So you can hear in the background for those da-na-na-na-na-na parts. Yeah, so those were actually baked into the real deal. So let me look at these. So what I'll do is I'll do this, and I can hit 8 on my little keypad here. I've got some things, and this is render. So I'll just do the render, the pass, mix down to one file, and I'll just call this GTR1, and then ST is for stereo. But, I mean, I can probably just call it Guitar 1, and it'd be fine. And I can call it Rhythm Guitar 1 if I want to be really crazy. I can just say Rhythm Guitar 1, but I'll just call it GTR 1. Because part of it is each time you're doing a process of actually mixing somebody's music, or if you're doing something, also I just remembered I need to turn these turn this little video thing down, and then I'll turn this up. Back to normal. Yeah, normalize it, because what I'll do is, now that they're of volume, then I'll render these out as their own. And it should come out as a stereo file right there. Boom. And then what I end up doing is I just select these and I hide them. And then I make them the same color, and there it is, GTR1 rendered. So now it's just one track. Yeah. Let me listen to that then. Hold on one sec. Oh wait, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, there we go. Wake the screen. So I want to listen to this, because hopefully these were the same. Yeah. One sec. Oops. Yeah, so they sound the same. Yep. So I just go in and I can hit 7 on my little keyboard and it's a mute. So I can mute those. Grab those and again, hide selection. So they're there. Make sure these are going to GTRs. It does that sometimes. Just one thing with rendering, if you're rendering out just a file, it won't put it in the same group as the single files. So yeah, so let's do that to a couple of these real quick so we can make it a little bit smaller. So we'll listen to these now. Yeah. All right, so we'll select those. We'll make those the same volume. I turned them all down because when they play all at the same volume, and get a little bit gnarly, very, very loud, very fast. So I pulled them all back just as a playthrough. But if I go to mix, then I'll just actually grab faders and move them. But this gain here affects the actual send into the channel strip. So if I'm putting compression on and I've turned the clip gain down, it won't detect as much compression. So I have to put them back to normal and then affect them. So select those, hit 8. But actually what's cool now, I guess it says that, so I can change it to GTR2. Render. But I have it set up for 8 if I'm doing a particular thing like that. Like if I'm doing multiple of a similar thing. Hide selection. Get green. You go to, and then I can go GTRs. But like say for instance these electric guitars here. Verse guitars. I'll put these back at normal, and then I can actually just hit 7 on my little key thing, and it should do whatever the setting was before. So I just hit 7. Now it'd probably say GTR2, and I'll just rename it. To GTR3. And then make a color. Hide. And GTRs. So yeah, so that would be the process of going through. So now I can solo these out and go back and listen to them. Which they are loud. So instead of grabbing the clip gain, I'm going to open up my little mixer down here and actually grab them and pull them back. Yeah. We got those. Those are just straight rhythms. some back and forth arranging. Let's see what we got here. What are these? Just extra. Just some extra dirt guitars. And then I'll hit 7. And just GTR.
I need somebody who will listen, stand beside me when the going gets tough. And I'm just
A lot of times stacking those guitars like that are just different timbres. So like you can hear these are a little bit sharper, a little bit kind of gritty. And then these are a little bit more mellow, more mid-range, low end. So they just have that blend adds the depth of the guitar, and then you get to kind of the top end. So multi-tracking like that is really good. Hopefully everything's still working. Sweet. Just checking. All right, what do we got here? We've got mute guitar. What in the world is mute guitar? So that's like a little arpeggio element. Nice. Yeah, and then octaves. Cool. Now some of these are unbalanced, and I think part of that could be just actually how they were. I would assume how they're balanced in the spatial field. So like these, or it could be completely wrong. I don't know. But having one just slightly louder than the other kind of shifts where it is in your headphones. And so that way, I think that's a way of getting it to sound a little wider without it just being the same volume left and right on either side. I think. Again, that's part of the reason why I love getting multi-tracks like this, is to help kind of figure out some of that stuff. Kind of what the pros do, as it were. So let me hit this. We'll go GTR. Octave. Oh, do 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 do. All right. Yep. There they are. There they are. Cool. Then we got fifths, and I believe this guitar is well, let's listen to it and figure it out. Yep. That's kind of an extra. That ding ding ding, just a drone, nice drone. I got an ARP guitar. I can actually turn these back both up. Nice, nice. And this is the other side. I think I pan this. Oh yeah, so this ARP guitar comes in back here.
more I can take.
And those are also played. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so I'll leave those alone. Verse guitars. We'll turn all these back up because part of it too is you can see the waveform better that way. All right, what else we got here? What am I doing? There we go. Zoom in. We've got a verse guitar, which sounds like this. Now, it is that small because this is probably the DI straight out, I think, because we, another video we had posted, I think. I was going to make a bunch of behind the scenes videos from in the studio. I just haven't gotten around to kind of editing them and making them, you know, picking the vibe of how I want to edit them because the footage is somewhat limited. Because we were just so focused on getting recording stuff done. But this was running through a Kemper, and I don't know if it got printed through the Kemper or if that was still something maybe he had left there. If this is the tone, then it was kind of meant to be just that sort of twangy, clear sound. Yeah. And I just panned it against, I think there's an acoustic guitar part there as well, doing the similar thing. So it's like electric and acoustic playing the same element together, which sounds cool. And then we added in the second verse, I believe. Second verse? Yes. We added this guy. Yeah, so this is just DI. Which is nice because I can go in and I've got Helix. I can go in and add some stuff and whatnot. I believe these are the same in terms of them being DIs. Oh, yeah. So if you listen closely on the full mix, there's this kind of these ringing notes with reverb and delay and kind of that sort of spacious sound. That's what that is, just little pitch harmonics. And then gotta love the kind of the arpy sounds. So this may or may not be loud. I can turn this down a little bit if I need to overall. But here's just all the crazy guitar parts. Yeah, rock and roll. That's a fun part too. That's a little lick there. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, those are the guitars. Then we got acoustic. I think some of the rhythms I believe were done with Travis. And then the some of the extra stuff was done with Grant. Oops. Yeah, I have to go back through and turn all these back up. That's what I gotta do. Da 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 da. Yep. Go away. And then this goes to AG. And then this one, I believe, is just it's that same guitar part that matches with this guy. And I just panned them a little bit off each side. Pretty cool. We'll close that. And we'll take a listen to these real quick. I actually don't know. Actually, no, I think those are done. Those were done with Grant. They sound like a bit more roomy. I think that's me playing guitar. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Not too crazy. Then the crazy part. These are all the synths and extra stuff, and I believe the majority, if not all, was done by a couple dudes that Travis has on hand to do production work and extra stuff, which is something I'm diving into more, making sounds and stuff and editing them and making loops and synth things. It's a lot of fun. All right, let's check out the cheeser. whatever the cheeser's called, whatever this is. Let's check it out. This might be yeah, I have these kind of low because, as you can tell, some of these were cooking straight out of the gate. That's that sound. With in context. Where are the octaves? Why are they so quiet? There we go. Hold on. Nice. We got our good old-fashioned road right here. Forward a little bit. Oh, yeah. With the loop. Pretty cool. I like the vibe. Yeah, I don't remember if Timothy played this or not. I don't remember. But that one's pretty consistent through. What in the world is this thing? Nice pad. Pretty cool. We got, I think this is the little plucky sound. Those are nice. This thing's really cool. I like this sound. And that kind of kicks off at the beginning here. I like it. I like it a lot. And then we've got organs. Organ 1. I don't know where. I think I put these in order of appearance. Got a sub-synth here. Let's listen to that. Oh yeah. And just kind of mimics the chord pattern there. Chord phrase to add some depth to the bass frequencies. Nice. Organ. This might be Timothy. Ow. There we go. Yeah, so those kind of jamming together. Something like that. Yes, so let's, I keep closing these just so I can move through them because I'm trying to use this down here. All right, what did I leave off on? Subsynth, organ. We got another organ over here, which I think this could be similar sounds, but just split up for mixing purposes, because you kind of want things to sort of stair step and be organized with the structure of the song. So you don't want like the very last thing that happens in the song to be like the very first thing, or else you're just gonna like be looking for it. So you're kind of looking left or right, and then as you see things, it sort of comes into view further down. So these kind of end things are down here. What is this organ? Yep, sounds like an organ. More chord stuff. Oh, violins. So it must be a pad like that. And then the bridge. Just another pad. So lots of pads. That's pretty. Then they go away. Let's see if there's anything at the end here. I don't see anything else. So yeah, that's all the synths. Some pretty cool ones. It's fun to be able to dig in and kind of like hear those. These are like those sort of background elements and sort of the, if you have a lot going on, like guitars, drums, and all those things, they take up certain frequency spectrums. So a lot of the guitars are, anywhere from like 3 or 4K all the way down to like 100 hertz or something on the low end. So you sculpt it and you mix it, but like you don't want to boost a lot of those low frequencies in a guitar because the bass is sitting at that 180, kind of 80 to 100 hertz area. So you build all the spectrums. So once you kind of build all that out, it's like, okay, maybe there's some top end missing, or maybe there's just sort of like something to glue everything together. So it's not just these harsher frequencies. So stuff like this. They sound cool. And then they almost disappear behind the guitars. I love it. Sounds so cool. We got vocals. Now again, these are pretty sure these are just straight up raw. You know, he had some outboard gear when we were tracking, and they sounded. Oh, what is this? Oh, these are the rounds. I panicked for a second. I was like, do I know what all this stuff is? Kind of. Some simple vocal arranging. I actually need to put these up here. That way they're all in a little group together hanging out. So they're split here, verse, chorus, and whatnot. So this is old Ben up close and personal.
I know the year it's been a hard one we'd all like to forget.
And I do believe these were tuned and then like printed again. So they're probably tuned.
I know the day has been a long one, and it isn't even over yet.
Pretty cool. And so one of the things with that is this sound here has a completely different sound intensity. So we split off and made it has like its own sort of sound. You can do a couple different things. So mixing wise, this is a good way to like separate elements that are similar, but you're going to mix a little differently. So this is kind of like the B part of the verse that gets its own thing along with the chorus.
Did someone turn up the annoying? 'Cause I don't know how much more I can take. The opposition's getting louder, and I think we could all use a break.
And then we have harmonies. I did a harmony along with.
Did someone turn up the annoying?
And it's just those little moments there.
Did someone turn up the annoying? How much more I can take? The opposition's getting louder, and I think.
And then for echoing on the other part, so it's like harmony, and then we have the low guys.
'Cause I don't know how much more I can take.
That was really hard to do when you're really nervous and you're trying to track something, like getting ideas through and not playing around and just like going at it. I was so nervous, so I'm definitely out of breath in these low takes.
And I think we could all use a break. Did someone turn up the annoying? 'Cause I don't know how much more I can take. The opposition's getting louder, and I think we could all use a break. But if we keep on fighting and we don't give up, I know we're gonna make it alright. And if we hold on tight and we don't give up, I know we're gonna make it tonight.
Yeah. So those are back and forth for the first, section.
Don't give up, don't ever give up. Things are gonna be alright. Things are gonna be alright. Don't give up.
There they go. These all can be pulled back, I think. Just a bit. So it's me and Colleen. So these got stereoed out already. So this is Colleen.
Things are gonna be alright.
Little echoes out there.
Things are gonna be alright.
And me echo.
Things are gonna be alright. Things are gonna be alright.
That is very hard to do.
Things are gonna be alright. Things are gonna be alright.
Nice little echoes there. And then this was real fun. I have these. I don't know if I have these panned out or not. Let me listen to them real quick.
Things are gonna.
Yeah. So let's LNR these. LNR. Boom. So these are the little rounds. So this was choline. Well, that's cool. So these are choline doing her rounds.
Things are gonna be alright. Things are gonna be alright.
Pretty cool, pretty cool. And here's me doing my little round. You can kind of hear it in the back behind whenever he does the loop around of the bridge verse again.
Things are gonna be alright. Things are gonna be alright.
Definitely channeled my inner Adam Young because I'm a huge fan of his kind of whispery vocals. So this was kind of part of that arrangement.
Things are gonna be alright. Things are gonna be alright.
With the lead vocal.
No, don't give up, don't ever give up. Things are gonna be alright. Don't give up, don't ever give up. Things are gonna be alright. Don't give
And then the belting all together.
Don't give up, don't ever give up. Things are gonna be alright. Don't give up, don't ever give up. Things are gonna be alright. Don't give up.
Yeah. Man, this was some of the fun stuff to be able to go through and arrange vocal parts and work with somebody like Grant and Travis to kind of dig deep and find some cool elements to mess with. All right. And then I have it in the percussion part for some reason, because it technically is a vocal, but it's these party claps here, which I have added to a group so that way I can solo them. But that's what these are.
But if we keep on fighting and we don't give up, I know we're gonna make it alright. And if we hold on tight and we don't, I know we're gonna make it alright. And if we hold on tight and we don't give up, I know we're gonna make it tonight. And if we keep
Yeah. And that's all the elements. That's everything. It's fun to hear the fills kind of soloed out for the drums. I'll check out some of those. These are really fun. So there's this little build, snare, rolls. I think toms are a little quiet. Let me raise those back up. Did that get cut out? Let me listen. Yeah, because that was real fast, and it's hard to get those extra little notes in there. It's really fun.
don't ever give up.
That was also very hard to do. Ooh, I like that one too. And the big. Ooh. Very pretty. Let's see here. Yeah, that's all the elements. Let's see. Did all these open? No, base didn't open. So yeah, that's 100% bare, which really shows you when you go listen to the actual mix, the final mix. Even before mastering, it's like all these elements come together, and that's where you take sort of, these are the ingredients. These are the pieces of a puzzle, and as you piece them together and you move stuff, and you just find all the elements that fit, automation, compression, the whole 9 yards. What sounds relatively flat and lifeless, even if it's still recorded a certain way and feels, intense and sounds loud. All of these elements. And there's I hit a few, but there's 104 total, and then I think it goes down to about 92. So that flat sort of sound, it's, let's see here. Go back up to the master, pull that back a little bit. But this sound. What's up, Skylar? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I love the song too. It was fun to play live. A lot of cool elements. One thing we did, and one of the reasons we got a lot of this stuff here is whenever we played live, I was able to take all these elements, mainly, the synths and organs and stuff like that, and like these loops and stuff. I actually went in and cut out like kicks and like elements of the loop, and imported them into my SPDS drum pad. And the SPDS drum pad, I'd play that live, so I'd have I had a few elements that were still part of the loop, like the shaker and maybe a few like the tambourine stuff, but like that kick, snare, boom, boom, I have it set up to where that sound comes through. And I actually have two different sounds. I had two different sounds as well. So I split those off, the claps, the kick section, this first section here, and then I had another actual sound on a pad. So this was like pad 1 and 2, and this was like pad 1 and 3. So it's clack, 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 boom, 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 boom. And it was really cool to be able to kind of mix and match and be able to play a lot of that stuff live. So that's another reason why having these in kind of their raw state, so that way I can, if I need to EQ something or adjust something after the fact for live purposes, they're here. Yeah. How long have I been going here? Started at 6, so over an hour 15. Not too shabby. I probably won't do. Let's see here. See, the dangerous thing is going, hey, I'll just tweak a few things and mess with some stuff. It's like that's a dangerous place to go for me, because I'd be here for another 6 hours straight trying to mix and do some stuff. What I might do though, honestly, is just real quickly do a quick balance. Maybe go through the drums and balance them, and then see if I can get this into kind of a sort of like a rough mix state. So let's go right here, this little opening spot here. Hit the loop. So. All right, where is everything hitting? What do we got here? Yeah. Oh yeah, because the lyric video I did, I threw a bunch of I threw a bunch of different videos from different places, and LOL for C was in there. I've still been trying to get drum cam videos. Like it's hard to dig through. Like I think I have like 500 or 600 gigabytes of video, and from like the past like 6 or 7 years, and so I'm like digging through and trying to find like quality stuff to put up. And then it wasn't that long ago that we started recording our performances through the board, and so I was trying to get some audio with that to match it up. That's what I did on all the videos that are up right now. They're the sound. The reason they sound the way they sound is because I'm using a little bit of a blend between the actual GoPro where it's mounted, and the majority of the sound's actually the sound from the board. So I tried to find as many of the audio as I could find from the board and match it with the audio from the GoPro. And those are actually a lot fewer than I was expecting. So, well, it's rough, but I'll find some other ones maybe. So let's see here. All right, so what does this guy sound like? That kind of sounds. Yeah, I think this was kick in. Let me try this trick. Okay, let's see here. I can use the 1176. Not sure what this is. So just adding that little extra sub. Let's see what this thing is. I'm learning to enjoy cheesecake. I'm not a huge cheesecake fan, but that does sound like fun. We'll have to do it sometime, man. All right. I'm cutting some of the sub, and then I'm adding kind of the punch at about 160. Yeah. And then pulling it back because it's a sample. Yeah, I like that. All right, what's this thing? Oh, yeah. Something like that, just a little simple. So let's see here, kick to here. I like that. And then kick ambo younce. I don't know what I just clicked. There we go. We'll pull the kicks and snare, kick down just a bit. Because they all start to add up, that's for sure. All right, let's listen to the kick again. Make sure all these are firing all the way up. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Let's see here. Kick ambience. Also, did I do any compression here? Did not. Nice. Got this guy. Thing. But we might not add as much low end. We'll just take a little of that mid out. The top end. Yeah. I like that. This last one is, after the ambience, is another kick sub. Just do a little bit of compression on him. Super lows. Yeah, I like that. So let me try this here. Let's go everything past the drums. Loop all the way past the drums. All of those at 0. There we go. I can dig that. All right. All the kicks. Pulling back a bit. Just so it doesn't hit the final channel so hard. There we go. And then we got snare top and bottom. A little bit of low rumble. About 90. Where's the body? Body's about one. Just under that's about 150. Wow. Oh yeah, we'll also put these back. That's one thing I gotta keep doing. Alright, let's go. Pretty much all of this. All these snares. Yeah. Set this all up. Double check my work. Alright, good. Alright, because that way, again, like I was talking about, those feed into the compressors. So instead of cranking down on certain settings, you just turn it up. It works. So there we go. Get a little bit more out of it. Don't need the super sparkly. Get up to about the same spot. Some brightness. Something like that. We'll go fast attack. Kind of squash it a bit. And the sweet spot is going to about one. Those. What is this? This is that little track guy. I honestly don't even know what this thing. So what do we got here? About hour and a half. It's not too bad. Not too bad. All right, man. You have fun, Skylar. I'm just rolling this. You can always go back and check it out if you want to. There's a oh yeah, gotta compress it real quick. Oh yeah, there we go. Dun, 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 dun. Usually, if I have a mix template, I could throw in some stuff. Oh, more cowbell. I wish. I need to add a cowbell sample to this thing here. That'd be kind of nice. Let's see here. There's the supra. Supraphonic. Special one. Just making sure the phase is right in the snares, adding them in one at a time, kind of seeing what they sound like. Cool. And then the snare ambient. Oh, that does a thing, doesn't it? That does a thing. Got a little extra out of the bottom because I don't want a whole lot of ambient. Oh, yeah. This really opens up the snare. And then on the whole group, I'll put in, I like this DBX. I'll put it in stereo mode. And this has a little high pass on there to keep it, the super lows from catching on the detector circuit on the compressor. Same on the snare. What I might actually do is do some parallel with them. Yeah, so it's taming it a bit. And then what I like to do is put Decapitator, which is like a saturation plugin, on the snares to where when they kind of blow up a little bit. I do the same on kick. Check out the overheads. I think the cymbals over here, the hi-hats over here. Something like that. Yeah. Also, I definitely should put like an L. Let's put an L1 right here just so it doesn't keep blowing up the bus. All right, so one of the things I was talking about earlier was these mono rooms, which are here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a audio track. I'm going to make it, it's there, stereo, make it come out of the drums. Do that, and then we're just going to literally just drag and drop. I think this is at the beginning, so I can just drag and drop this like that. And then make it red and call it overheads. All right, give me 30 seconds. I will be right back. I'm going to use the restroom. BRB. Okay. Now I'm back. All right. So get this routed out here. So it's a stereo, or it's a stereo channel with a mono signal. So it should still just be, looks like mono. Mono overheads. And then usually I'll just do ST in the back, just so I know. And I can probably, yeah, I'll delete this because I actually don't need it since it's there. So I have a plugin. Let's see. Sound City. Sunset Sound. Sunset Sound has a plugin that can emulate different things. One of them is a live room, ISO booth, plate, and all that stuff just from the studios. So I'm gonna pick this room and see what it sounds like. Also, I gotta turn these back up because I keep forgetting to do that. Yes. Got it? So now you can throw that in with the overheads in room. I'm gonna favor the snare. And then I think I'm actually going to use a limiter on the overheads. Just to chill out. And yeah, just to chill out those cymbal hits a little bit. All right, we're pushing almost 2 hours. Yeah, this is the weird mixing part of it all. So going through, to me, this is the fun part. I was talking to my brother-in-law and I was telling him, it's kind of like being a painter. If you enjoy painting, you go get some paints, you get a canvas, and you paint. Being a producer, music guy, it feels closer to like, hey, I like painting. I have to go make my own paint though. So I have to go get the ingredients to make the paint. And then once I've actually made the paint, then I got to go make a canvas. And then once I've made the canvas, then I get to paint. That's what for me as a mixing guy who enjoys music, that's what it feels like. It's like I have to make my own ingredients, then actually start going in and making it sound a certain way. And then I'll pull up. Let's see if we got this pull tag. Oh. And then I'll put a little limiter at the end. Just to keep it under control, make sure the transients don't go nuts. Because I'm going to have all of this fed into the master overall drum bus. And just want to make sure none of that gets crazily hit. I should probably get it. Yeah, it's like that little snare run. Something like that. And then I'll go into the drum bus. Save it. Inserts. I got a little, that one there. So what I'll probably do is I'm actually going to put on. Let's do. Yeah, we'll do this guy. And then I'll throw this guy on it. And he does some cool saturation-ness. I'll leave it normal for now. And I'll add another, this guy at 10 with a 2 medium. Cleaning up the snare transients a little bit. And I'm going to actually put the L1 there. And then what I like to do is this guy right here. This is it's a Clipper program I'm going to plug in. And it does wonders on just making sure everything's not poking out, doing anything weird. like that, those little spikes there. So I'll look at it. I'll clip to about, let's say, 6, 7. Yeah. So those kind of strayed. There we go. And then so what I'll do here actually is I'm going to compress these before they even get to the rooms. I'm getting all these notifications. Something like that. They may or may not be out of phase, actually. So that's what the drums can sound like if you go in and just kind of tweak them out. And then what I would normally do is I'd go like this, and the kick, snare, and toms would get processed to a group, and that group would still go to all drums, but it would be drum para. And it's kind of an extra thing down here, and I would let's put the rouser on it. Save. And we'll put this at 1 second. We'll do this at like 100. We'll see. We'll drop this to 0 because I don't need that extra. And we'll hear what this sounds like straight out. Oh, I totally made a huge mistake just now. So we're going to try that again. This is not a group. I was supposed to make it effect. Hold on. Remove kick, snare, toms. Yeah, you're going to go to all drums. What I meant to do is make it an effect channel. There we go. MIDI browser. All drums. Drums pair. There we go. There we go. And I usually make effects pink. We're here. We'll do this again. I might leave that a little bit longer and then maybe just drop this down to 1. And then now let's listen to this. Cut a little bit of the low end out. Yeah. So now with that, I can pull the para back and it'll sound. And then after that, I usually put this little guy here. It's an exciter. And it's on an aux. Yeah. It just sort of exaggerates the top and bottom, I think, of the sound, and then you just parallel it in. And then that way the kick and snare kind of come through the mix without having to just make them louder. Then I'm going to look at, actually one more time. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so that could be a finished drum sound. And I didn't even touch the toms because they don't really show up very often. You know what? I think I'm going to call it there. And then I might come back and just continue. I'll jump on bass and guitar and some other stuff. But for now, I'll probably just leave that be. I'll listen to it. Well, no, because I have to balance it still. But yeah, I might come back through and just kind of continue mixing this, sort of pseudo mixing it. And kind of just using this as a launch point to just mess and mix and show some of the things that I would do in these situations where if I had a vocal and I had all these different sounds and whatnot, just a way to, mix all that stuff. Because most of the stuff's pretty straightforward. So I'd go in and maybe automate some stuff and move some things in and out and try different things. So, but yeah, if you've enjoyed. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I've sat here for so long, it's probably not. Oh, I love it when this does this. There we go. So if you've enjoyed yourself, you can like the video, leave a comment on anything here. If you want to see any more of this kind of stuff, you want to come back and mess with this project a little bit more. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of stuff. And if you have any questions, let me know. But with that, I think I'm going to go eat a very late dinner. I'm not really sure what, but I'll figure it out. And might be pizza. Probably pizza. And cookies, because cookies are good. But yeah, y'all have a good evening, and I'll probably be on again soon. I sent it out on socials, and so hopefully if that gets any response, people can come back and check out the stream through the link. But yeah, I had fun. This was fun. It is a little bit slow just because there's so much to kind of dive through. So, but yeah, it was fun mixing the drums there for a hot second. And yeah, I might come back in a couple days and move on to drums, bass, the loop, the whole 9 yards. And then you got to just kind of see the whole process of mixing the stuff. So got drums done. We'll come back and I'll keep messing with some stuff. But yeah, just let me know. And yeah, we'll have some fun together. This was fun. All right. God bless y'all. You have a good day. See you later, Patrick, my man. Yeah, you all have a good evening. I will see y'all next time. Peace.